Welcome to the Friends and Rivals podcast.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
Let's talk Devils and Islanders, let's talk Penguins and Rangers, but let's not talk about Flyers, cause they're a bunch of fucks, which no one can deny,
Episode 119 of the Friends and Rivals podcast, coming at you live and hot. I'm one of your hosts, Tom Harkness. Joining me each week are
Stephen Wojcicki. Let's keep the speed going, boys.
Bill Fougere.
And
Nick
there's the
Laredo.
delay. And there's the fucking delay.
A second delay. Relax.
And the 3-1. Popped up. Castillo. Dropped the ball. He dropped the ball. Here comes Teixeira. And the Yankees win.
you believe that was 14 years ago today? 14
Oh my
years?
God. Luis
God,
Castillo.
man. Where is the time going?
But at least he was like a 200 hitter, so he had that going for him.
Oh, A-Rod?
No, fucking Luis Castillo, who couldn't field.
Oh, my bad.
Omar Minaya loved him. Couldn't field, couldn't hit, but just loved that guy.
My bad. I
Best
thought you
second
were
baseman
talking
they've had since him. Who is the best second baseman they've had since him?
Ray Ordonez? Or was he shortstop?
Ray was a shortstop, and he wasn't since him.
He was with him?
No. Ordonez was when we worked at the fucking Mets clubhouse together. That was in the fucking
My
90s,
time
dude.
is all
Lifetime ago. Jesus.
Oh my
If
God.
it's not hockey, I have no idea.
You got McNeil, you got Justin Turner, you have that Murphy guy.
Justin Turner wasn't good until they got rid of him.
I know the Mets had a talent for doing that with second baseman.
Daniel Murphy was good,
Yeah, he was okay.
right?
He was.
Daniel Murphy just signed with somebody in the
Independent
Padres.
league. Oh, you got it out of the independent league.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. He
Wow.
parlayed that trip with the Ducks into another job.
Nice.
Well, it's good to see Luke Voigt getting back into the game.
Yeah, well, we'll take all the Yankee scrubs. You know, with Gary Sanchez, we tried him out.
He's crushing the ball in San Diego now, huh?
Yeah, and Aaron Hicks is doing really well in Baltimore too. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
How
that'll
bad do I
last.
want either one of those on the Yankees?
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
All right, let's start off
Oh.
with the Stanley Cup final. And
Oh, I thought we were
before
doing
do
baseball
that,
today. Oh,
before we do that, we have after this show, we have about 3 weeks left until we go on a hiatus for the summer. But in those 3 weeks, we will have packed episodes. We will do the draft. We will do free agency. And then we will bid you adieu for the
And
summer.
we'll do Beavis and Butthead do America.
Yeah. So I think July 3rd, day prior to 4th of July, which might be a little challenging, will be our last show. Maybe we'll do it on a Sunday. Who
No,
knows?
we got to do one. We got to do one more like a week after free agency. No.
What is that week? Maybe I meant the 7th. No, the 10th.
Yeah,
I
feel
can't.
like we
I'm on
gotta do-
vacation that week. I can't. So that's got to be the 3rd.
All right, forget it. Forget.
July?
Cancel the whole thing. Cancel.
Well,
the
July
podcast.
1st
We're done.
is free agency, so we will do.
Yeah.
All right.
It's
Fair
gonna
enough.
be, there's always that first day free for all. We can
Yeah.
cover that.
All right.
Exactly. Someone's gonna fucking throw lots of money at people. Maybe even people who are in the Stanley Cup final, huh? How much is Jonathan Marchessault gonna make in free agency?
$200,000
That's
$50.
excessive.
At least $1 million a year.
at least.
Oh, you're saying league minimum? All right, we'll do that.
At least league minimum.
Well,
Yeah.
how old is he now?
I don't even
At
know.
least 25.
Why would he go anywhere else?
For the money.
Not- but because
Aren't you
yeah, I
following
mean,
along? Aren't
Steve,
you following
I'm
along?
starting to think Steve thinks that guys just get attached to a place and just want to play for a place instead of going and chasing the money. I don't know what world he's living in, but
I mean, he's
We live
32.
in a world where the Devils are going to try to make Jack Hughes the highest paid forward on their team
I don't.
for the next
Listen.
4 years.
I am publicly on record as saying I don't understand the logic. take the fact that you got him on a team friendly deal and use it to your advantage. Don't draw a line in the sand and say we can't go beyond this point. Now, Bratt doesn't deserve more than Hughes, but Timo deserves a little bit more, especially with the $10 million qualifying offer that's going to take him, into free agency. If you could chip $1.5 million off of that and sign him long-term for 8.5, well, then I think that's a great deal.
I don't think they're going to do that. I don't think they're going to be able to do that.
Why wouldn't? But if you were, why? Because of him, or because they don't want to go above Hughes?
I would venture to guess there are going to be people who take the money, right? And we're going to talk about this in a little bit. But there are players who are going to take shorter term deals to fill in this next year or two, so they can get unrestricted free agency in 2 years to get bigger money, bigger deals. I bet you there will be more.
I definitely think that's what the Bratt camp has been angling for, whereas the Devils want to go long term.
Right. In 2 years, the contract that he signs for $8 million this year might be 10 or 9,
Right.
10 in a couple of years. So it's going to be, we'll see what happens.
Or he could shit the bed like he did in the playoffs, and it doesn't really work out in his favor.
Yeah, but if he does really well in the regular season, right? You need these guys to get you to the playoffs, right?
If he can top his career year, yeah.
So realistically, he's got 2 years and he's a free agent.
Yeah.
So his agent is probably like, no, they probably don't want to do more than a 3-year deal because they can bank on that mega deal,
That big deal.
7, 8 years after, which by the way, in 3 years, likely, they may be able to go up, the cap might go up a little bit. Maybe. We'll see.
Maybe like
Depends.
$1.5 million.
Maybe.
Instead of $1 million.
Right. They've been tempting us for quite some time, so maybe then. But
you can always say
yeah.
the cap is going to go up next year.
But my point was going to be is that either you get the mega deal now, or you get a really nice deal for 3 years or so, 2-3 years, and then you can go to UFA and get $1 zillion because you'll be a top free agent, assuming he plays well with the Devils next couple of years. And,
as soon as he plays up to his potential,
that's going to be
70, 80 point guy.
I don't think it's hard to do playing on this team for the next 2 years.
I don't
think it's going to be hard
unless they get other guys and he drops down in the lineup, and then you're not getting as much ice time.
But he's got, I don't know. You watch him more than we do, so I don't know. But he's got 70 points 2 years in a row.
Maybe they throw him on a line with Heischer. Now, as great as he is, he's usually going to be the guy that is more the defensive forward. So you're not going to rack up the points then.
He wasn't on a line with Heischer?
No, he was with Hughes.
I for some reason I always picture him with Heischer.
He made a lot. He scored a lot of his goals on the line with Hughes.
Yeah, I'm
and
sure
Huala
did the same thing. Wherever Hughes is playing, you play on his line, you're making a lot of money.
Yeah,
you make a bank. Do you think that Hughes and Meyer are going to play well together?
So, in watching them together at the end of the season and in the playoffs, they played terrible together. They always seem to be in the same 4 square feet of ice.
Yeah.
So I don't know if a training camp helps them learn how to play better together, because obviously you're not really working on that. They didn't have many practices together as the season wound down. So maybe in training camp they could figure out how to play well together. I don't know.
Can't tell you how important those preseason games are.
So important. Just I've been saying it for years.
We need more.
Who's your top
They should
6,
play
right?
82 preseason games, and it should be a 6-game schedule.
I think that's a little excessive.
So what's the top 6 next year for the Devils?
Hughes centering
Heischer.
Meyer and Mercer, and Heischer centering Bratt and Sharangovich, or Bratt and somebody else that they get.
Palat's not in your top 6.
No, he's a third liner.
Making $6 million a year. He's a third liner.
He's a third liner. I don't think he'll be. I don't think he'll be. He didn't play much in the top 6 as the second half of the season after the injury.
Interesting. But the Devils did go on. Devils did make a trade this week, and they was a sign and trade with Columbus for Damon Severson, and they only got a 3rd round pick for him, huh? After all that stuff that he did.
You say they only got a 3rd round pick. I think that's great. They got something that basically he could have walked for free.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
like if there's no plan to bring him back,
free
he's
because
he's
the
gonna
only
walk
way
for
he
free.
could get that 8th year is from the Devils. He wouldn't have
But
walked for free.
Huh?
He wouldn't have. He could have walked for free, but the only way he can get that 8 years was from the Devils. He could not have gotten the 8-year deal from Columbus. That was the
Correct.
benefit of the
that is
of the sign
absolutely
and
correct.
trade.
But they did him a favor.
Yeah, I got you. But Arizona got a 3rd for being the cap, a cap home for part of Kane's salary at the trade deadline. So are they the same thing? Because I got to think the Devils did a hell of a lot more for Severson and maybe even for Columbus than a 3rd round pick.
No,
I don't like these sign and trades if they're only for picks. Go fuck yourself. Go walk away.
But why? Now they got a 3rd round pick that they wouldn't have had.
I don't think it was worth it. I don't.
Now they could throw that 3rd round pick with another asset in a trade. It doesn't,
maybe.
It's all bonus
doubt
for them.
I don't know if they'll do that, but you're right. They certainly could do that.
It's only the second ever. It's only the second ever sign and trade in NHL history.
Is that right? Who the hell was the first?
I don't know, but I saw it was mentioned several times that it was only the second ever sign and trade.
Really?
Wow, I probably would have bet there would have been more.
You would think,
Like,
or it's just something that's going to start catching on.
Yeah, but I think teams got to hold off for a little bit more than just a 3rd round pick. But are you giving up a second? I thought they could have done more.
Are you giving up a second for that?
No, you signed Damon Severson. All right, now let's make a trade for this player.
Oh,
because you can't keep him. They weren't keeping him. They told him.
I get what you're saying.
They told him flat out in his exit interview, "You're not coming back."
I get what you're saying, but I don't. Maybe it's just me, and I don't like these sign and trade deals. I'm not a big fan because I don't think you're getting what you deserve to be getting for doing all that work to give the player what he wants.
What work?
The 8th
You
year.
hired a lawyer. You hired
the
a
8th
lawyer
year
to do the
The
contract.
8th year is probably worth a lot more than a 3rd round pick.
It's just there's no you did work to get that 8. What's the work they did to get that 8th year? They kept him around?
Sure.
I don't know. Doesn't seem like much work.
Regardless.
I feel like it's a 3rd round pick for free. I mean, I like it. I mean,
I like it too.
I get it's a 3rd round pick for free. Trust me. I get it. I get it all. I just don't think it's enough.
But what is enough? What now tell me what enough is.
Listen, if you're signing the player to a contract, you should have got what that player is worth in the trade market.
But why? You're not keeping that player. You have no intention of keeping that player.
Yeah, well, maybe this is where the Devils did it wrong.
No,
maybe they shouldn't have gone on record to say Severson wasn't going to be back, and in the exit interview posted all over the fucking internet. I'm not calling out. I don't want to misconstrue this. I'm not calling out Devils. If this was the Rangers, I'd still be bitching about
his agent has to negotiate that deal with Columbus first. It's not like the Devils negotiated with him and said, "We'll offer you 6.25."
Frank Saravelli knew what contract he was getting. Come on. Everybody knew what contract he was getting.
Because his agent negotiated it with the Blue Jackets. He was allowed
Yeah,
to negotiate.
I understand that. I get that. But if Frank Saravelli is saying on record that he's going to get 8 years or 7 years or whatever it was, 6.25, 65, something like that. If he's saying it in an article a week before it happened, you think the deal was already done?
I think the negotiations had already started. Sure.
I don't know. I'm just not a fan of these sign and trades. I get that you get the free pick, just not a fan of them. That's all.
Wow. Okay.
But Severson did certainly get his money up front as opposed
he's going
to
and
waiting.
he's going to NHL America Siberia.
Well, who knows?
As opposed to Winnipeg, which is Canada Siberia, as opposed to Siberia, which is in Russia.
Russian Siberia.
Well, who knows? They've improved their defense a little bit in the offseason now. All it needs is a center. You know, they should trade Laine for Pierre-Luc Dubois. I think they need a center to play with Johnny Hockey. So why not just reverse that trade?
Just undo it.
Reverse the trade. That's it. He wants out, right? He wants out of Winnipeg now. Jesus
he wants
Christ,
out of Winnipeg, but he only wants to go to Montreal, I think.
Yeah, but would you want him?
No, I don't.
I wouldn't want. No, I'm sorry.
I want Laine. I'll trade for Laine. He might rejuvenate himself on a line with Hughes.
He's a shooter that he would need for sure.
You just go, hey, go stand over there, and I'm going to skate around over here, and then eventually the puck's going to be at your feet.
Yeah, just one timer. Just expect a one timer every single time down the ice.
Right.
I'd agree with that.
All right, let's go. Come on, keep the energy going. Come on, don't let up.
We totally missed the final because we skipped and went to the Devils deal.
That's all right. Las Vegas is going to win the Stanley Cup. Let's go. Next agenda item.
I don't know. I mean, I picked Vegas to win, but I just
genius move not to make that bet on my part. Next item.
Listen, they were pretty close within seconds of tying that game.
Yeah.
But what a stop. My God. It would have been late after the horn anyway.
Most entertaining blowout series in NHL history.
It's very entertaining. 100%.
Very entertaining, but the games are
I don't know, blowout.
Well, if you win 4 games to 1, you don't think that's a series blowout?
No, I don't. You won 2 of the games, 1 in overtime and 1 by 1 goal. I don't know if that's a blowout.
But I'm saying if you don't look at the scores and you see a team won 4 games to 1, they won a series 4 games to 1.
Well, you don't think the scores of the context? Yeah, that feels one-sided. But
that's what I'm saying.
But there's 4-1 series where the team that loses 4-1
that's what I'm
had a chance. And then
fucking saying. I'm saying that this Jesus. Next item. Go. Move on.
Why?
Because I want to be done in 45 minutes.
Well, you're the one called it a blowout series. That's all.
This is the night.
Exactly. Then stop bringing up shit. Jesus Christ.
But that's what he was saying. Time now move along. Now move on.
But I wasn't done with Pierre-Luc Dubois.
I mean,
seriously. Who would take this guy who has bitched and moaned his way out of Columbus and now wants to bitch and moan his way out of Winnipeg?
Anybody that goes, I've been to Columbus and I've been to Winnipeg, I understand his problem.
Why isn't Laine saying the same fucking thing? Or fucking the most overrated player in hockey?
Oh boy.
Well, he just got there. He can't say it yet.
What do you mean he just got there? Didn't he sign a long-term deal?
No, but I'm just saying he's only 1 year into it.
Yeah, that's 1 year long enough.
Yeah.
1 year fucking long enough. I'm just upset because there's literally nothing going on in the hockey world other than the Rangers not hiring a fucking coach. I looked at the assistants in Vegas and in Florida. They are obviously not waiting for any one of those guys. Obviously. Nobody. So what the fuck is the holdup? If it's going to be Laviolette, you could have announced this 3 weeks ago and just completely have washed your hands about it. If it's Hines, okay, I can get that might have been the holdup. But if that was the holdup, it should have been done last week.
I always remember Bettman wanting teams not to announce stuff like that during the final, just to keep the focus.
No, that's horseshit because they've announced 2 trades and fucking Calgary hired Adam Huska, whatever the fuck his name is, today as their head coach. By the way, have you ever heard of him before?
No.
I've not heard of him before at all. Maybe we should watch more minor league games. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe we get the AHL package next year.
Who's got the time and effort to do that?
You're right. There is a lot of time and effort into
Nick,
that.
Bill, you guys want to chime in at any point? Feel free. I don't want
Oh,
you
you
guys
guys, yeah. I thought we're on site 45.
I was going to
I don't
say that outside of this area, most teams have.
Bill,
probably
shut
never...
the fuck up. Sorry.
That was really uncalled for.
Yeah, I'm
My
sorry.
goodness.
Steve's just. I'm not
Angry elf.
Randy. I mean, what the
Angry
fuck is
elf.
with this? I
Lord.
mean, Steve.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely
Outside
right.
of the New York area, nobody ever heard of Chuck Knobloch either. That's all I was going to say.
Yes,
But
yeah.
teams got guys in their system that
I
maybe
got it.
not
It's
everybody
Calgary.
else
Who the fuck knows who's fucking on
Yeah.
the hitman? I get that. But the Rangers are the last team yet to name a head coach for next season, and all reports today said it was Laviolette, whereas Elliot Friedman on Friday said it was Hines. So nobody has any idea who the Rangers are going to hire as their next coach. If I was putting money on it, it would probably be Laviolette at this point because no one has any fucking idea.
And in your opinion, either or, they're both parallel moves. They're not upgrades.
I don't think Laviolette is an upgrade over Gallant. I think Hines is a downgrade a little bit.
I would agree.
I think Knobloch would have been the X factor. Maybe he brought a little something. Who knows? But I think they're even. And look, I looked at Laviolette's coaching history. He has made the Stanley Cup final with every team that he's coached, with the exception of his first 2 years in New York with the Icelanders and his last 2 years or 3 years with the Washington Capitals. He has made or won the Stanley Cup final with each of those teams in between. So if you're looking for a coach to get you to the Stanley Cup final, if that's your overall goal, obviously it's to win it, but at least to go deep into the playoffs, Laviolette, out of everybody right now, might be the right guy.
And the Philly team and the Nashville team that he took to the finals really had no business going there.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the Nashville team had a goaltender. The Philly team had no business being there.
Yeah.
Zero business.
But the Nashville team, even with the goaltender, went in number 8 that year, number 7, I forget, but they just snuck into the playoffs.
Yeah, that
And
was
went on one of those-
Lettinen. Was it Lettinen with the Flyers?
Oh God.
Oh.
In the cup
Goalie?
finals, I have no idea.
Yeah, I think it was Lettinen with the Flyers that year.
Was it? It might have been.
Someone fact check me
Pronger-
right now.
Pronger
Someone
was
fucking
playing
fact
goalie,
check
wasn't
me.
he?
Who?
Wasn't Pronger playing goalie too?
His
He played every
contract may have said I play every position.
No,
But
they
wasn't
had him out. He was
wasn't
playing
he
like
dead by
40
then?
minutes a game or something. Wasn't he playing like insane amounts of minutes in that game that season?
Probably, since they didn't have goaltending.
All I remember is he was out there every other shift. Like they just double shifted him constantly.
Right. That was what, 2010 when they lost to the Blackhawks.
Was
That
it
was
only
definitely
2010? Jesus
It was-
Christ. Is that right?
Well, I know. Listen, the fucking dropping the ball was 14 years ago. And Louis Castillo, that was what now? 13 years ago? Jesus.
Brian Boucher, Ray Emery,
Yeah.
and
Boucher.
Michael Lettinen. Leighton.
Lettinen.
Yeah, man. It was that year.
Bobby Boucher was still on that fucking team.
Bobby Boucher.
Ooh,
Yeah.
the water boy.
He played
Graduate
33
of-
games. Boucher, he was 9-18. Ouch.
29 and 18?
He
Or
was
29 and 18?
he was 9-18.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Ooh.
Holy shit.
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
That's not-
that's
oof.
terrible.
Ray Emery? Really, huh? The boxer?
Ray Emery 16-11, Leighton 16-5.
And that year they beat the Rangers in a shootout to make the playoffs that year. That was when they had that big giant fucking forehead dude. He was from they got him from Calgary, and he was an Islander. Oh, what the
he might
fuck
be
was-
trivia
Oh.
answer.
What was the name of that guy? What was his name?
Big forehead guy?
Oh, he had a gigantic fucking head.
The Rangers or the Flyers?
Oh, the Rangers.
Oh, the dude that had never made the playoffs in forever and ever.
Yeah, he missed the shootout fucking
You
because
came from
the
Florida.
last game of the season came down to a shootout, and if the Rangers scored, they would have been the 8th seed, and he fucking missed.
Didn't he come from? They got him in a trade from Florida, didn't they? Like, he had missed the
Anisimov,
playoffs for Asia.
Prospel, Stahl, Girardi,
Oh, what was that
Roosevelt,
guy's name?
Wade Redden,
No, definitely was not Wade Redden.
P.A. Parento,
No, all that guy did was fucking score goals.
Jody Shelley. I'm not seeing.
They got him at the deadline for sure.
It was definitely like a European guy.
Yes.
Let's see. At the deadline.
I want to say there was an O in his name. God.
God damn it.
Jody Shelley,
No, it was not Jody Shelley.
Anders Eriksson,
Maybe it was the year prior.
Chris Newberry,
Maybe it was 2009, 2010.
Oli Jokinen.
Ole Jokinen. That
That's
was
the
it.
guy.
Ole
Oh,
Jokinen.
okay. Okay.
I was close, man. I knew there was an O.
Ugh. Ole Jokinen. That fucking guy.
You play on the Rangers? Oli Jokinen?
Yeah, they like I said, they acquired him at the deadline.
26 games.
After he had
Yeah.
missed the playoffs like a dozen years in a row or whatever.
And
Rangers
he had
were
like
like, "We're gonna
fucking
add this guy."
shootout on his stick to win and put the Rangers in the playoffs, and he fucking failed.
Good old Jokin.
Yeah, good old Ole Jokinen. Screw that guy. There was another guy, Jokinen.
Oh
too.
my
Wasn't there a
God.
second
Talk about
Jokinen?
bust. He was a 3rd overall pick.
He was
Ugh. Ouch.
Yes, sir. He was part of the deal. I went to Florida with Robert Luongo. Bring back Mark.
Oh.
He was part of
Bring
that
back
deal?
Mark.
Oh,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
well, how about that?
They came back with Mark Parrish, one of my favorite players from that few years, Lucky Sevens line, and the enigmatic Oleg Kavasha.
Ole
Some days-
Kabasha.
Some days look like a guy you're like, how is this guy not like amazing? And then every other game you're like, this guy's trash.
Oh yeah, that's right. He sucks. All right, so something has had struck me today, and I wanted your guys' opinion on it as well. And it all stems, and this time of the year with free agency looming, RFAs, all that stuff. Saquon Barkley has gone on record as he wants to be treated with respect. His contract should reflect the respect, or he should be given the respect based upon his production value from last year. Should players, compromise during contract negotiations, or should they get every single fucking penny they can possibly get?
Well, I think it's a little different.
I think
in
we know what
NFL.
Steve's stance is on this one.
Okay. Anyway, the NFL, they don't have guaranteed contracts. So, I mean, in Saquon's argument there makes a ton of sense. In the NHL, like the NBA, they're all guaranteed contracts. Like, it's different. It's not the same. It's not like you go sign a $100 million deal and then only get 30 million, right? And in the NHL world, it's if you sign a $6 million deal for 5 years, you're getting it all. I mean, unless you have some sort of bullshit escrow taking money out of your hands, but that's a different story. I mean, it's just I think you can, of course, if you want to play somewhere and make a team work because there's a cap, right? Sure, it's not like the same as like I mean, if you look at it from like the perspective of like a large deal like McDavid, that's a lot of money, and his next deal is going to be insane. Probably be making whatever the top cap will be that his next contract. How do you build a team around that is the problem. How do you build a team that's actually functional, can make the playoffs? I mean, yeah, they got into the playoffs and they got where they got to, but I mean, how many years in a row has that been? There's been no progress with the Oilers in getting anywhere near the Stanley Cup final and winning one. And they're just not going forward because there's too much money at the top end of that deal, just like Toronto, just like other teams have done the same thing. And this is the first year that you're actually having you'll have a player making $10 million or more a year who will win the Stanley Cup. It's going to be either because Eichel makes 10 mil. I think it's was it Barkov? I forget who it is on Florida.
It's probably Barkov because it's not Kachuk.
Barkov.
Kachuk's making what,
Nakachuk's
9?
like 8 or
Kachuk's-
9, and
yeah.
Bobrovsky's like 9, I think too. I think it was Barkov.
No, Bobrovsky's 10.5.
Oh, so he's the
Yeah,
guy
Bob
then.
is 10.5.
There you go. But before this, it's never happened. And we've had years where there's $10 million guys, and it's been a while. So I think it's a little give and take. I think if you want to win, you can take that discount, but some guys are not going to take that at all. It's just, it's a different sport. I think in the NFL, 100% get your money. They don't give a shit about you. Not that they care here. The concussions are gonna ruin you and everything, and
But they just can't cut bait too.
You can't. You're stuck with them. So
Yeah.
look at the DiPietro. You got him for another 6-7 years. We're paying that contract.
That's,
Doesn't play
I mean,
over.
yeah, and I think that I agree with Nick in that which sport you play could make a difference in it, but also it's just what do you want as the athlete? Like I'm okay with either approach. Like if you want to give a little back to try to help your team become a winner, and you see the added value in either just you feel good about being a winner, you want to be a winner, or you think, hey, if we're winning, there might be more. I can make something up in endorsements and stuff like that. Maybe that you could take all that into account. But at the same time, if you want to just make every last red cent that you can, I mean, these are the guys putting in the work since they were young kids. I mean, they deserve whatever they can get. Like, and if that's what's driving them, then more power to them.
When it comes to salaries and work, I'm a lazy guy. I've never gone out of my way to search down a job where I could make a little bit more money. So I guess my opinion would be take $1.5 million less, look like the fucking hero because you're not being judged based on your salary. Just say, look, I don't necessarily need to be the highest paid player in the league at running back, but I know I'm the best running back in the league. And now I've given the team some money, some more flexibility, and you come off looking like the hero.
And you don't think there's anything to it that the ego kind of gets in the way sometimes?
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's not, I've never been one who's thought that my salary justifies my worth to the organization.
Yeah, and then like in a position,
we're also
like
not making
Saquon,
millions of dollars a year either.
No, of
Speak
course.
for yourself.
Yeah, and you're not going to pay a running back like $10 million, whatever a year,
Right?
Because you're not going to win shit. There's so many guys you got to pay and play, and that's not a position you want that traditionally you spend a lot of money in because you just don't make the playoffs. If
You got to know your
line.
position is devalued in today's NFL too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's different.
So you don't, and I hate to use this as an example, but you don't think Jesper Bratt is going into these contract negotiations trying to get every fucking penny he can possibly get?
I think that's what he's doing.
I'm sure his agent's doing that.
I think his agent is doing that. Yes.
Well, doesn't the player give the agent a little bit of direction when it comes to that?
I always wonder about that.
Yeah, I do too. I agree. I do agree.
Because sometimes I feel like these guys would say, you know what, just fucking sign the deal. I just want to know that for 6 years I'm going to be here and I'm going to make enough money that my kids aren't going to have to worry.
And the agent's like, no, wait another 4 weeks. I can get $500,000 more.
Exactly.
They're fucking brutal.
They're lawyers, so
they are
what we
brutal.
expect.
Yeah, they're disgusting people.
But it's very it's very interesting that we're never going to be in that position, right? To even worry about this.
No.
But if you're an athlete, I mean, you got no 401ks, you have none of that. I get you're making millions of dollars and it's easy to gain interest and it's easy to put some money aside, but not everybody's really doing that. But I would hope in today's day and age that they are doing that. But life after their sport, some people got to get jobs. Some people have to work after this. You see NFL players, you see, NFL is probably a different animal. But you see a lot of these players get jobs after the fact or complete their degrees in college so they can pursue a secondary, work life. I don't know if a lot of hockey players do that.
Well, I'm sure there. I'm
Sure, there's a
sure
lot.
there are. You just
Yeah,
don't know their
well,
names.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. But it just furthers the point. Then make as much money as you possibly can at any point in time, and don't leave any money on the fucking table, regardless of what sport you play in. And it's always going to be a battle between the owners of the team and the players, obviously with the agents. But I always found restricted free agency to be fascinating, because you want to protect this player, and you want him because he's such an integral part of your team, and then you go and fucking bash him and talk about
arbitration
all the
cases.
negative
Yeah.
things
Yeah.
about him in order not to pay him what he should be making. It's the most fascinating thing I've ever seen in my life.
That's why they avoid them as much as possible.
Right. You don't
So
want to
they
sit in
don't
those
have to
meetings.
do that.
Is there any other sport besides hockey where they do have arbitration?
Baseball's got arbitration.
Baseball does,
I don't know
but that's
about
it's laid out a little
basketball,
differently,
NFL.
right? With luxury tax, there's no really salary cap for the teams
Yeah.
and like that, so it is a little different. But
I would bet the arbitration cases get just as heated.
there's no question about it. It's just fucking, it's just, I would hate to be in that position.
And now it's time for trivia with Bill. Ugh.
Now this is the wrong bell.
All right. So, how many different Minnesota North Stars players scored goals against the Winnipeg Jets on November 11th, 1981?
2.
Incorrect.
Basil McRae, Mike Modano.
Incorrect.
By the way, I
Those guys were
did
good.
watch Once Upon a Time in Anaheim.
And was it good?
It was very, very entertaining.
All right.
Goldberg, the goalie. Holy shit, dude.
guy
Life
looks
did not
crazy,
treat
right?
you well.
Trivia
He's a
time.
meth-head.
Type 45.
Well,
What are we
listen,
talking
we're
about?
talking about Basil McRae and
So
Mike
just
Modano.
one, Mike Modano.
No, I'm Mike Madonna.
I'm
But
gonna go
it's definitely, if you do have the ESPN Plus, it was definitely worth the watch for sure.
nice. I'm gonna go with 7.
7. Incorrect.
Bob, I think that number is going to be just a little higher than that. I'm going to go on and say 15.
Incorrect.
18.
Incorrect.
22.
Incorrect.
24.
Do you guys
26.
know what the highest scoring game ever in NHL history
33 and a
was?
half.
Because I think
Ooh.
you're getting
30
further away.
33 and a half. I'll take the over.
No,
$27.75.
It's not currency. It's just a whole number.
I'm gonna guess 1 penny.
No, it's not currency. Like I said, no. A penny is incorrect.
$1.
No, it's not currency again, and nobody's overbidding, so you don't have to bid for
JP
$1.
Parisi.
Good
We're
one.
not looking for names. We're just looking
Marion
for the number of-
Gaborik.
We're not looking for names. We're just looking for the number of players who
Even a
scored on that
Minnesota North
date.
Star. Stupid.
And I could also tell you what like the final score of that game was,
We don't want to know.
if that would.
I'm sure you could. I'm sure
Hmm.
you remember it well, Grandpa.
Did
His name
Basil
would be
McRae
a
score in the game?
He did not. He was not playing for the North Stars when this happened.
Mike Modano then?
Mike Madonna was also not playing for the North Stars when this happened. This was November 11th, 1981.
Oh,
So who's the
81.
mo-
I thought you said 91.
Yeah. Who's the most
Now I'm
famous?
completely thrown off.
Who's the most famous Minnesota North Star besides Mike Modano and Basil McRae?
Chico Resch, I think.
No.
How about Neil Brodin?
Yes.
Rodden.
Neil Brodin did score in the game. That's
Did
not
he
the answer.
really?
So
That's
one.
not the
way.
answer.
Ah. Well, how do you know he scored in the game? Does he give you a list of players who scored in the game?
I looked at the box score when I saw the
Of course you
questions.
did. Why
I'm
wouldn't
going to
you?
go with a nice round number, and I'm going to say 5.
Incorrect.
6.
You want me to give you like a higher, lower?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I want you to shut the fuck up and
nope.
just say
Did
yes
you
or no.
look up the box
Six is
score or
not.
did William Figueroa? Look up the box score.
Oh, it was me. All me.
How about a nice even 10?
10. Ooh, not correct. Good. That's a good guess, though.
How about
That's a good
8?
guess. Incorrect.
How about 5?
Somebody already. You're gonna laugh when you listen back.
Because it was
yeah,
me,
so-
stupid.
So he guessed 5 already. It's
How about
incorrect.
14?
14 incorrect.
11.
11. Yeah, you got it. 11.
You blew it, Steve.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, how many other numbers were there? 3.14.
There was tons.
Pi.
So who were the 11?
The final score was 15-2. The North
Jesus
Stars
Christ.
beat
Who'd they play? The Devils?
the Winnipeg
No, no.
Jets.
Yeah.
Losing
Yeah,
by
he said that in the question. You're gonna laugh back. You're gonna laugh when you.
That'll laugh at this.
All right,
So
we're-
you want the names?
Yeah.
I think somebody asked for the names
Yeah.
because I got to get these going because it's type 45. Steve Payne,
Wait,
Kurt
slow down.
Giles.
Wait. Slow down. Steve Payne.
Curtis Payne?
No, Kurt Giles. Does next.
Kurt Giles.
Kent Eric Anderson.
He had 3 names.
3 people?
Oh
He is
shit!
fucking-
Eric-
somebody's dead.
Oh my god!
This guy hyphenated his first and middle name, not
Oh
even the
my
last name.
God.
Kent Eric is hyphenated.
Oh.
Anderson's
What?
the last name.
Is he
uh,
from Sweden?
Next is Neil Brodden, who we already talked
Oh,
about.
Rodden, Neil
Rodden.
Brodden.
There you go.
Mike Eves, Brad Palmer, Bobby Smith, who scored 4 in the game,
Oh,
Kevin Maxwell, Dino Cicerelli,
I thought
and,
Dino was on the team.
Anders Hawkinson,
Hawkinson.
and then Steve Kristoff scored twice.
8 of the 11 had to get jobs after hockey because they went through all their money. No doubt about it.
Definitely.
Whoa, he found it. Dino
Dino Cicerelli, baby.
Nice.
The old
Is that
Wayne
the-
Gretzky stick.
That's the blade you have on the Gretzky stick?
That's what.
Dino Cicerelli?
That's what came out of that Easton one that we replaced. It with.
Wow.
All right, let's we're gonna do a little bonus trivia tonight.
Awesome.
Bonus trivia tonight.
It's got to be quick.
Yeah, and it's a 2-parter.
Of course it is.
Wayne and then Gretzky.
No, there have been 5 NHL hockey clubs current that have never been to the Stanley Cup final. Name them.
The Seattle Kraken.
That is new. That is one.
Right.
Atlanta
Yes,
Thrashers.
Yes.
The Atlanta Thrashers. No,
They're not current.
Current.
Awesome.
Not a current.
Oh.
current. And Nick,
Ugh.
you're gonna laugh when you listen. Never mind.
The Winnipeg Jets.
The Winnipeg Jets are one of them. So
Tack
Nick
on to
was
the next
ixo
guess.
faxo right.
Oh,
Somewhat,
suck it.
I knew that when you said it.
The
Relax.
Arizona Coyotes.
There is a third one.
Oh, yeah,
That's
good one.
definitely one.
Right. Those are shit teams. Columbus Blue Jackets.
That is well, you guys are on fire.
Woo!
Yep.
Yeah, now there's gonna be one more. This could be a tough one, I think. Because the Blues.
Wait, oh, that's only
One.
3? Oh.
That's 4.
We did
You
Four
have
to
one
5.
more.
Oh, 5. Oh, okay.
San Jose. Was
The
in there.
Minnesota Wild.
The Minnesota Wild are number 5.
Oh
I think you're-
yeah.
Wow, you guys rocked that list.
What's your second part?
Here's the bonus trivia. There are 3 teams currently that have not been to the Stanley Cup final 2000 or later. Who are those 3 teams?
Toronto Maple Leafs.
Are 1. 1967 was the last time the Maple Leafs were in the final. Can you just fucking fathom
Oh,
that
God,
for a
that's-
second, please?
No.
That is 19.
I'm a Mets and Jets fan, and no, I can't fathom that.
No, but that was the last time they appeared in the Stanley Cup
Huge.
final.
Yeah.
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 Not even win it. Just be there.
Can I say New York Islanders?
Wow.
I said that. You
Oh,
fucker.
Nick said New York Islanders.
I didn't hear.
I
I was
know,
was
but-
batshit crazy about Toronto,
That
but the New
was-
York Islanders, 1984.
Right.
Yeesh.
And Arizona Coyotes.
They were
They
never.
weren't around.
Sorry,
They can't be
never-
on the other list.
They
Oh, that
can't.
was a
they-
never-
Yeah, they
2000,
can't. They can't share the same list, Bill.
With the
I
Sharks?
realized that.
Oh, they were.
Sharks were Pittsburgh Penguins. Oh wait.
No.
San Jose Sharks, if you cared, were 2016. Penguins were 2017.
No, they did make the team. Yeah. Oh, that was dumb.
LA, Dallas.
Trying to think of teams.
Since 99, 2000 or 2000, 2001?
It would have to be 2000 or less. So I would assume this goes. If they were in the final in 2000, in June of
That's it.
2000, which would be the 99-2000 season,
Okay.
that
What about
doesn't
the
count.
Calgary Flames?
The Calgary Flames were 2004 when they lost to the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Kiprusoff.
Oh, Tampa.
Kiprusoff.
That was the Marty St. Louis Vanilla Cavalier.
Yeah. Yeah.
Detroit Red
Edmonton
Wings?
Oilers.
Detroit Red Wings 2009, Edmonton Oilers 2006, where they lost to Carolina,
Carolina.
and the Red Wings lost to Pittsburgh.
Philadelphia. Now Philly's been in.
We just got finished talking
Yeah.
about those fuckers. By the way, fuck the Flyers.
Fuck the Flyers.
Fuck,
Wait, do we say-
man.
Do we say Buffalo?
No, I was just gonna say Buffalo. Yeah, I think Buffalo
The
because
Buffalo
was
Sabres,
the-
1999.
99.
Nice job.
Ah, there it
99.
is.
1999.
Nick
Buffalo
Buffalo by like a
Sabres.
second. Good job, Nick.
Thank you.
Fun list. And it's
That was
even
good.
funner for Steve because it went quick.
Yes.
Oh,
And
shit.
which brings us to, and now it's time for impressions with Nick.
Fucking great. Ladies and gentlemen, the Friends of Bravo podcast. You're ready for the fastest 2 minutes of this Type 45 show. It's the 20 questions power play. Rules are simple. The group has 2 minutes to guess a famous player, coach, front office, or any famous person associated with one of the 4 Friends and Rivals' favorite teams. The group can ask up to 20 questions in rapid fire. Answers will only come in the form of yes or no. The group will have to make a final guess once they've hit 20 questions or the power play has expired. If the group is successful, they win for the week and avoid shame for unable to win at a children's game. And away we go!
This person play on the New York Rangers.
No.
This person play associated with the New Jersey Devils.
No.
This person associated with the Pittsburgh Penguins.
No.
Person associated with New York Icelanders.
Yes.
Is this a
Just Islander? We're all
is this a
fucked.
current player on the Islanders?
This is not. No.
It could never be.
This player had pajamas of another team.
No.
That's awfully specific. Did this player play in the 90s?
No.
Player played in the 2000s.
No.
Oh God.
Player played in the 1970s.
Yes.
Is it Brad Park?
Oh,
No.
this player defenseman.
No.
This player forward.
Yes.
Clark Gillies.
No.
This player a center.
No.
This player Canadian.
Yes.
Or Mike Bossy.
Hey!
All
There we go.
right.
Wait a minute, it's the guy we heard of? Why?
Yes, I'm shocked. Woo!
Way to go, Tom.
That was fucking one timer from the right circle.
There you go, boys. This is an easy one today. This day, 1978, Mike Bossy was the Calder winner as a top rookie,
On-
1977-78 season.
On this day?
Today, On today.
On today?
On today.
So many interesting things happened today.
Boost us up to 15 for 28.
Castillo drops the ball. Mike
Yes,
Bossy wins
so
the
many
Calder.
Monumental things.
Wow. Unbelievable. This is going to bring us to this date in Steve's stomach.
Oh, that feels better.
Brought to you by Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. Brought to you by Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. I said it twice because I didn't say it last week, so I had to make it up. Right here, we're saving calories. Round here, we all look so lean. Round here, we enjoy Coke Zero, but sacrifice flavor, no. Round here, Coke Zero's the way to go. So this one's going to bring us to the year of our Lord 2023. Please go to January 25th.
There's not even stuff written in. I'm sorry, what day?
January 25th, 2023.
That's so recent, he probably just remembers.
Wow, I'm hoping he does.
It was a Wednesday.
Ooh.
And in honor of Tara Dorito's birthday, I had a plain bagel.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
They don't order pumpernickel bagels.
Fucking jerks.
With butter, Coke Zero 20-ounce for breakfast. Lunch was a Wawa chicken and Swiss sub, or hoagie as they call them. 20-ounce Coke Zero sugar with lunch. And 30 minutes on the elliptical, followed up by a chicken parm sub for dinner with can.
From where?
Brunswick Pizza. They have delicious chicken parm subs. Delicious. Can of Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. Why did you pick Wednesday, January 25th, this year, 2023?
Hey, duh. Obviously, that was the day that two Orange County sheriff deputies, if you didn't know, Orange County was in Florida, were caught in a sexual relationship that included doing the dirty deed.
Oh, quotation.
I was doing air quotes because that's in the article.
That's very dirty deed. Okay.
While on duty at the Walt Disney World Resort. Ooh, according to the Orlando area NBC affiliate, Orange County Sheriff Deputy Skylar Miller. I mean, you name a girl Skylar, what do you expect? What do you?
She's going to be on the pole, is what you expect.
I mean, yeah, it's amazing that she was a cop at all. So
she sounds phenomenal. Was found to be having an intimate relationship with a fellow deputy, Angel Mendoza.
Oh no!
It completely ruined the story. And then with her supervisor, Robert Garner. Miller admitted that Gardner got personal multiple times while on duty during their relationship, and it turned out to be the most magical place on earth, was one of their spots of choice. All three of these deputies have reportedly resigned due to complaints that resulted in a 51-page report that the Orange County Sheriff's Office started in 2021. Miller stated that she thinks Mendoza was the one who made the complaints because their relationship ended on bad terms. Why the fuck would you just sold yourself out? What did you think?
That's just bonehead.
There was no good coming out of that.
Nah.
Ugh.
Well, maybe talk to
the Orange County Sheriff's Department works in partnership with the Walt Disney World Security to ensure proper law enforcement and safety to its guests at the Central Florida property. At the Orange County Sheriff's Office, we hold our deputies to the highest ethical standards. Apparently not. Engaging in this behavior on duty when they should have been responding to calls and protecting our community is unacceptable. Sheriff John Miner said in a statement, these former deputies are not worthy.
We're not worthy! We're not worthy! We're not worthy!
of the uniform worn by those that serve with integrity and honor.
Tom's a creep. Tom is a weirdo. Where does he come up with the shit? It's so disgusting.
And that's what happened January 25th.
Do you think he got pissed because she just kept singing, "You've got a small cock after all. You've got a small cock after all"? Two people laughed. I'm fine with it.
Who?
Billy chuckled. He's trying to hold it. He
We
chuckled.
really
Look at
all
him.
tried to keep this one in. God,
It was just.
Well, it was supposed to be bad. Come on.
it was just the worst ever.
Maybe he was hoping like he would get like whistleblower status, like he wouldn't be held accountable if he ratted. Because really, yeah, why do you blow up your own career? And also, why does it take 51 pages to say she was fucking anything that was moving? And does it say what ride in the fucking report? That's the information we need.
No, it was Disney Springs.
Okay, well,
It
what
was
the
store were
shopping
they,
center.
under the
No, it
clothing
was.
racks of?
They did say it was.
Was it at the Ratatouille restaurant?
Did I miss that? It was in quotes. Miller admitted that on multiple occasions she and Garner would engage in sexual intercourse while on duty. During many of the meetups, the two would turn off their body cameras. Many of their encounters took place behind a church in Windermere, behind a business near the Orange County Sheriff's Office, and in the parking lot at Disney Springs while they were on duty.
Windermere. So there's a good chance that she had sex with Tiger Woods too.
Oh, there's no question. Well, she didn't
Right,
work at
that's-
Denny's. She didn't
That's
work
right.
at Denny's.
That's that area. Yeah.
Yeah, but she didn't no. And you would have thought that sometime during this fucking recording, the Rangers would have announced a coach. Again, this is what 4 fucking weeks in a row that we've been talking about the same goddamn people, and yet they still can't make a goddamn decision.
Gee, I thought the Penguins were taking forever naming a general manager, and that was like weeks ago now.
Do you
And they've
think-
been saying they wanted to wait to see what happened with the Pittsburgh situation and the Toronto situation. Those have been fucking solved
Yeah, I
for
think we're
better part of 2.5 weeks.
Do you think
we're
Drury
doing
should
this.
just grab a magic 8-ball and just like shake it up and have that make the decision?
Me, it says me.
Oh, fuck.
Oh wait,
Ooh.
I asked it. Who's the next Ranger hot upper management to be fired?
Huh?
Nick laughed.
I laughed.
Nick laughed. Again,
Nick
you're
laugh
trying to
at
fucking
just-
catch me.
No,
but
it's
not
getting to the
working.
point where Nick will laugh at anything.
That's fine.
True.
Then I
True.
can't
I'll
follow.
laugh a
It's
lot.
been well trained.
Yeah, like a seal. Just throw things at me.
Yeah.
Arr, arr, arr.
All right, you
Would
guys
it
want
be funny though? Would it be funny though? You're saying this whole time Drury's going with one of these two guys because it'll buy him a little bit more time. If he goes with one of these guys and things go south and he loses his job, and here he could have gone with the more aggressive choice of Chuck Knobloch, and maybe it worked out better for him.
I would agree. I've been a Chuck Knobloch supporter since we've started.
And wouldn't it suck if somebody now came in because he wasn't given his shot next year and asked for permission to talk to him and he gets another gig somewhere else?
Yeah, it very well could happen.
Maybe Pittsburgh.
I don't know about that. Maybe Toronto. You guys want to play a game?
No, we're done.
No. Let's play a game.
Let's wrap it up and then we'll play the game.
The name of the game.
I goddamn love it. Holy shit. Tom, you're the fucking funniest, man.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh
goddamn.
my god.
Why do you leave?
You left. Steve dropped from the podcast.
9:45.
Oh,
9:45.
man. All right. Well, I guess that's going to do it for us tonight. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at friends_rivals. Leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. We will read them on the air. YouTube, Facebook, Friends and Rivals podcast. Turn on notifications for our podcast so you never miss an episode. Billy, say something. Woody.
Me and Mickey Mouse are just going to town on this crazy mini bitch, and she's just loving it, all moaning and shit. It was fucked up. So Mickey's the one that came up with the nickname because that day she had us locked in tight from both ends like goddamn Chinese finger cuffs.
Oh, my friends and rivals, fly as fuck,
want to get to bed early. The dog's been waking me up at 5 o'clock in the morning.